Governor LePage sparked controversy over newly proposed child labor laws in Maine on March 30th after removing a mural depicting child labor from his office.
Right now, if you are a kid working in Maine, even if you can only get a minimum wage job, you're still getting paid minimum wage. You're still getting paid $7.50 an hour. That's the minimum wage in Maine. If Republicans get their way, and it started to look this week like they're going to, if Republicans get their way, if you are a kid in Maine, you will be privileged to receive not $7.50 an hour anymore, but $5.25 an hour. Also, although the governor had originally supported rolling back the laws so kids in school could also work essentially full-time, so they could work 32 hours a week. What? Eventually that got rolled back, so the new restrictions allow kids to work 24 hours per week, on top of being in school full-time. And of course, for that 24 hours per week, they get a reduced kid-sized wage.
With Maine's unemployment rate at 7%, State Representative Democrat Hayley Gilbert wonders why Republicans are pushing to create a pool of cheap labor when so many people are begging for jobs.
Consider also what this will do to the overall labor workforce in Maine. Not just kids, to the prospect of anybody getting hired for a low-level job in Maine. Now, you're not only competing against everybody else who's in Maine's 7% unemployment statistics. You're not only competing against everybody who is trying to get a low-level job. You are now competing against high school kids who are being cleared to do as many hours a week as they need to for this job, but who can get paid legally $2.25 less an hour than you can as an adult. Teenagers in Maine would get paid this sub-minimum wage for 6 months before they'd be able to graduate to the regular minimum wage.
Republican Representative Bickford says, "This is no way an attempt to abuse child labor. Kids have parents. Let the parents be responsible for the kids and regulate their lifestyle." He argues that students will have plenty of time after school. He supports students going to school until 3 p.m. and then working the 4 to 9 p.m. shift. He believes that leaves plenty of time after school for homework because kids stay up late anyway. Maine Children Alliance President Dean Crocker argues against Governor LePage and Representative Bickford, stating, "With 20% of students in Maine currently not graduating high school, the state needs to do everything it can to prioritize education." Crocker believes that letting work once again interfere with education is not the step we should take.